Let's now change direction with a practical case study on life insurance as an investment platform, because yes, insurance is digitized as well. In this frame, please welcome Eric Bemelmans, moderator for this roundtable, who is Director of Digital Transformation at Vermeg. He will be joined on stage by Abraham Takom, CIO of Lombard International Insurance, David Liebmann, Head of Distribution and Sales Innovation and Head of French Market at Lombard International Assurance as well. Gentlemen, I'll let you go on. Welcome on stage.
Good morning. Thanks to be here. So indeed, we'll talk about life insurance and transformation, and to see why we can talk today about a practical case study that I need to stay close to the mic. Indeed, how we did it concretely at Lombard, partnering with Vermeg. Maybe a few words on Lombard International Assurance. So Lombard is a leading provider of wealth and structuring solution based on insurance products, distributing unit-linked products all over Europe. And for the last 30 years, this is our 30th anniversary this year. And indeed, technology, digitalization is not just a buzzword for us. We've been ongoing deep transformation and involved in changes for many years now. And today we wanted to share about why technology can be a challenge when you want to develop new features, new functionalities internally for our clients, for our partners. And indeed, we took this example of the investment platform. So before going more in details into the project and how we run it, maybe a few words on how we are today involved in transformation. And the recent example is how we manage digitalization, dematerialization. That is indeed, in our words, something that is an efficient way to deal with our partners and clients. Moreover, when we manage hundreds of pages to sign a contract, and when suddenly happen a lockdown situation all over Europe. So we already had the chance to introduce transformation through technology recently. And while we were experiencing this success internally and facing the challenge of transforming our business, we pursue the road with the project of an investment platform. So indeed, what we want to share with you today is the challenges, the journey we are facing for implementing such a project. And to begin, please, Abraham, can you tell us a bit more about this wider initiative of innovation and transforming a business such as life insurance?
Thank you, David. Hello, everyone. So basically, distribution channels are vital for our business. We are constantly listening to our partners and clients with the aim to improve the services that we are providing, and also to take into account evolving needs that they are having in a regular basis. From the observation that we have a diversity of partners, we also have a diversity of systems being used, a diversity of data flows being used to serve those partners. We had the idea to streamline all of those and also to bring more automation, because it's not always straightforward to get those operations correctly managed. For that, we launched these investment platform initiatives with the aim to provide to our partners and clients a digitalized investment platform that will enable them to more efficiently manage their investment in both what we call specialized assurance funds and external funds. It is clearly a transformation of our business to enhance our value proposition for our partners and clients.
Thanks, Abraham. Indeed, we need to understand better the approach we had to develop such a project. Can you tell us more about the way we approach such integration to manage the investment platform project?
Sure. So we all know that business and technology are mutually reliant. We also know that we need to take into account the different aspects of a business in order to transform it. This is why we took the approach of having a cross-functional team to manage this initiative, this critical initiative for our business. What does it concretely mean? It means that within the project team, we have representatives of all our business departments across the value chain, from the front to the back office. We also have all the supporting, let's say, services represented in the business in this initiative team. The value we gain from that is that we take into account all the aspects at the same time. We don't have a siloed approach anymore. We are addressing the concern of all our different business units all together. I would say the second structuring aspect of our setting is the agile approach that we have adopted for this initiative. Basically, it means that we are putting the business first in whatever we are doing. We always start with the why. Why do we want to do it? What is the expected final value? And then we work backwards to see what are the components we need to put together to reach to the final result. And I will say the main benefit that we are getting is that because we have those cross-functional teams, the agile approach enables us to get them quickly adapting to the changes that we are impulsing, and we are also delivering quickly small results thanks to that, because we are all in the same room. It's not like we used to do in the past, where you have the business in one silo, IT in one silo, and sometimes the two can discuss in a desynchronization mode. We are, thanks to that approach, even my team, the IT team, the way we are delivering today through small sprints is a really gaining approach for the company.
Maybe another why to be answered is from the moment we set the goals and that we coordinate the approach internally, why partnering with Vermeg? How did we come to the point where we select this partner to execute the transformation for the investment platform?
Yeah, when we have good people, as it is the case for me, I have a good team. I have talented people working for us. The temptation is always to try to build in-house. For us, it wasn't an option to get this investment platform entirely built in-house for two main reasons. The first is that we wanted a speed to value. We all know the constraints that goes with building solutions in-house. So we knew in advance that we couldn't get that speed if we have chosen that option. The second reason is we didn't want to distract our internal people from, let's say, the main critical task that they have with our core business systems or processes. So we wanted to find a modular, adaptable solution that will cover about 70% of our requirements, and that will also enable us to interconnect the existing systems that we already have. And for that, we went through a RFP. We have met quite interesting companies with really interesting proposals. And Vermex stood out because they have not only the answers they provide to our RFP was quite convincing, but also thanks to their track records, supporting companies in similar projects, and also they are building their own solutions. So that was a main reason why we have chosen to work with Vermex.
Thanks, Abraham. Eric, maybe can you explain us more concretely what is Vermeg's role in this project, and maybe before that, who is Vermeg?
So, thank you. Good morning. So, just a few words about Vermeg. Vermeg is a specialized software house for insurance, banking, wealth, and capital market. So, beside our software package, we created a full value proposition for accelerating digital transformation with a low-code platform, but also low-code and no-code business component store. And in that sense, we help our clients to go to accelerate digital transformation from a business angle by providing those low-code, no-code business components. Concretely, with Lombard International, we provided business component modules coming from our Soliam suite to build or to urbanize the digital the investment platform. But not only business component, because we are also providing project management to run the project. And also we provide experts. So we have a team of experts in insurance, but also in asset management that responds to business, help to configure those modules to answer the business need.
Thanks. Maybe a quick word on the why we're talking about an investment platform when it comes to a life insurance company. Here in Luxembourg, indeed, one of the main benefits for a Luxembourgish insurer is indeed a super wide and flexible investment universe based on regulation here in Luxembourg. And it means that we have many counterparts to deal with, many flows, many transactions, and this needs to be rationalized and it needs to be coherent, consistent with our business development. We are working with more than 1,000 counterparts as investment managers, custodian banks, distributors, brokers in more than 12 countries in Europe. So indeed, the rationale behind the development, the strengthening of an investment platform is based on the business, as Abraham mentioned. So the idea of the support of the technology and what it takes for a wealth-regulated entity as Lombard International is about the systems. And indeed, we can see that from 30 years legacy of development of system, we do believe that we have some challenges to adapt and to enable such improvements, such transformation. What does it take from the insurance perspective?
Yeah, I'm sure that those in the room who are used maybe to technology area are going to know the challenge I will mention. When you want to innovate, you also have to deal with your legacy. In the case of Vermeg, we are relying, especially for our core systems, on really old systems that most of them are more than 20 years old. And it's not always easy because we have all those systems interacting together through a really complex architecture. When you want to build on top, yeah, obviously replacing those systems wasn't an option at all because we know what it costs to replace systems. So when you want to build a new system on top, you face different issues related to the integration mainly. That was one of the main issues. The second issue is regulation because we are operating in a highly regulated sector, which means that sometimes the choices, the technology choices that you want to make are sometimes I will not say forbidden, but you cannot easily take that way because it is quite complicated, and you always have to find tweaks to bring to life the transformations that you want to execute. So those were the main challenges that we faced in this transformation.
And from Vermex side, you are experienced in implementing such a solution, but in this project, concretely with us, what were the main challenges on your side?
So as you mentioned, we can highlight challenges around integration, having the right API, having the right approach and the right roadmap to urbanize. This is a word I like to use because, as Abraham mentioned, we don't want to replace what is existing and what is working, but it's really urbanizing around existing system. And it's key to have that vision and see how we can enhance to create the platform. So this is also where modules coming from Solife really suits that approach, but it needs to fully integrate among the roadmap. Also, even if you have done, and this is one of the key aspects also in the collaboration, is we do a phase of pre-study to identify all this issue, the risk, and have a plan and a step-by-step plan. But even when you go and do those step-by-step plan, you always face a new issue and you need to constantly adapt on the approach, but also adapt on the way we configure the modules that we are providing. So this is also some key challenge. But the collaboration and the agility we have is a way to move forward.
So I think we have a slide to share, to highlight and to illustrate the way we manage swiftly the integration of technology in this plan. I think it should appear, replacing our nice faces. Yeah. So Abraham, can you describe us a bit more in details how this transformation is impacting already the harmonized architecture that we are relying on, and how we are managing the development, and what are the next step in terms of impact and benefits for us internally, but also for our partners and clients.
Yeah. So because we had that architecture, complex architecture that I described before, we needed to find a way to integrate the new developments, the innovation solutions that we were building. That couldn't be done without a deep revise of our architecture. So we have decided to adopt a microservice architecture, which enabled us not only to transform some monolith systems into microservices system, but the most important added value we gained from that microservice architecture was the easiness for us to split the work in small pieces so that we could have several teams working in parallel to bring in small increment the different part of the work that we wanted to do. So our value is being delivered, and the business is seeing the value that is being delivered even though in small pieces, but they can see it, which contrasts with the old way of doing, where we have everlasting projects that will be delivered after years. And when they are delivered, we have some complaints from the business. So that is one of the key changes that we brought. I will also say the adoption of the agile approach did help because to get some changes, you need also the mind to be agile. You need some flexibility in the way people think the project. And because we had already adopted that way of working all together, we could change on the business side some of the conceptions they had of IT. We could also change within IT some conceptions that some of our colleagues had regarding how we should be managing our architecture. Maybe Eric, because we did work together on that area, I will say the API, the implementation of API was also key to get the architecture you can see where we have the solution provided by Vermeg that is integrated in the landscape. If we don't point it out, you will not even notice that we have different varieties of technologies integrated together, which is more thanks to the API work that we did with Vermeg. Maybe Eric, you can add on that.
I think I would add also having a 3-layer or multi-layer architecture like it was built is very important because, as you mentioned, the core system, they don't move at the same pace that channel will move. So it's important we decouple. And the focus has been primarily made on the core components and building that investment platform, the modularity. You talk about breaking silos in the company, but also you break silos in your architecture because we created an API that address fully I would say the full spectrum assets and liabilities and providing the service. And then on top of that, now you're focusing on business, deploying your business process on top of that, this stable and strong investment platform. And then now keeping the roadmap, it's delivering the channel to address your distribution partners, clients, and internal users. So this is a very good approach and a very good blueprint architecture to urbanize an existing system and get agility to have the full agility to deploy your process and your value proposition on your distribution channels.
Yeah, I will just add one thing, David, is that because in across the project, we are somehow disrupting the way our internal people work. And in order to be able to do that, you need the support from the executive team. And this is something we got, and it is crucial because we had a top-down buying, and the message could be easily conveyed to the different teams. That was also quite important for us to be in the position to execute.
I would add that it's as top-down as bottom-up, because then what is crucial is the adoption in such transformation of these new processes internally. And I guess one of the ultimate challenge when it comes to such a change in processes, in tools, in software, is the adoption by the internal users first, and then external. So I guess transformation by its own, if it's not used, won't be a success. So the part where it's about testing and really coaching the main benefits, the adoption of these new processes is a criticality to the success of such a project. If we want to translate this example of the investment platform concretely into our business, into our product, I would say, is that we need to consider that life insurance is also changing a lot from maybe a product to a platform of service. And we need to remember that our product is not a product. It's each time a blank page, as I said, with multiple counterparts, with each time a new scenario that we are facing from. I mean, it all begins with the client's objectives, and each time it's a new scenario that we need to build. So why technology is an enabler, sorry, it's because it helps us to standardize something that is not meant to be, meaning tailor-made and optionalities that each time is creating a new product, a new service for our clients and distributors, and hence why the technology here is really needed. Otherwise, if we would have kept this architecture of silo, it's preventing us from being able to provide the right answers. Moreover, in the current world and in the current situations that we faced. And needless to say that talking about investment today, when it comes to execution and speed and live and managing several financial underlyings, quoted or unquoted, the accessibility, that's something that is the whole meaning of digitalization for us, being able to interface, to offer a live and secure access to our clients, to our partners, but also internally, is the main purpose of this project. Maybe one last question. We here in a fintech summit, how much this investment platform project for an insurance company is innovative, is bringing something more to the table. Abraham, from the insurance company perspective, how much are we innovative?
Yeah, I think innovation, sometimes we have a perception of innovation such as bringing something that doesn't exist. And with this project, we are innovating, basing our innovation mainly on existing systems and technologies. So we can also innovate without changing everything. That is something that we have also learned while doing. A concrete example is one of our systems that we were using to serve our clients and partners. And thanks to the different exchanges we had with our business and technology teams, we realized from the change that we wanted in our business processes that the same system could be used to enhance the way our operations, our internal operations were managed. And this is how we came with the idea of a single input systems for our business. But we didn't create a new tool. We have just repositioned a tool that was used for another purpose, and we used that tool to serve a new need that emerged during the project discussions. So that was one of the, I would say, cheapest innovation, because we haven't invested that much, only our time. We spend a lot of time chatting internally, sometimes long discussions, but at the end, we reach out to an innovative solution that is based on existing tools.
And you, Vermeg, you are bringing the innovation in a way. You are bringing the speed, the scalability, the tool to be, more innovative from our perspective. In such a project, facing our challenges, our requirements, how do you manage to be more innovative?
Yeah, so coming from a traditional software provider working at back offices on insurance or wealth management with Soliam, for us, also the innovation is really to be part of that digital journey, because there is we don't have the same project in all clients. Each client has specificities, and so we need to tailor what we propose to what is requested by the client. So in terms of, I would say also innovation, or innovation we bring is to have our software being modules and contribute to the now more front office distribution and really be part of this, I would say, state-of-the-art architecture and also business need you have to support your strategy. So this is also for us, if we talk about innovation, a way to serve our clients.
I think the word journey illustrates pretty well what we engaged into, because even if it's projects, transformation is part of a long journey, and I would say that our final word is when we engage in such project is what is the next step, what's coming next, and I think it's a journey, definitely.